Alright, the next thing you're going to learn is how to multiply and divide complex numbers. Thankfully enough, there is another formula for this. So you are going to be given these on your formula sheet, which you should have by now. And what we're going to do is, for your product, okay, if you're going to multiply two complex numbers together, a z1 and a z2, what you do is you multiply your r values out front. Okay, I'm going to multiply these together. Again, r1 times r2. And then what you do is you take your different theta values, so your theta 1, and then you add it to your theta 2. So it doesn't matter what you use, whether it's your, the theta from your cosine plus the theta from your sine, as long as you're adding the thetas from each of your different complex numbers. Now it's a little different for division, because for division you actually have to divide your r1s and divide by r2. In this case, you're actually going to be subtracting your first theta minus your second theta. So once again, it's just following your formula, which shouldn't be too difficult. But I know some people have a little bit of difficulty reading. So rather similar to this right here.
Let's get back to the reason that we're really here. Without much further ado, I give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
What is this?
A center for ants? What?
So make sure you learn how to read good and learn other stuff too. So here for example 5, if we want to find the product of z sub 1 times z sub 2, then what we're going to do is we're going to take z sub 1 times z sub 2, and we're going to multiply together your two r values. So we're going to take 7 times 3, and we're going to put them together. And then on the outside, inside your parentheses, then you're going to have a cosine of theta sub 1 plus theta sub 2. So we're going to take 3 pi over 2 plus pi over 2. And then we're going to have sine of 3 pi over 2 plus pi over 2. And we're just going to simplify all of this. So you're going to get a 21 times a cosine of, 3 pi over 2 plus a pi over 2 is just a 2 pi plus I sine of 2 pi. And if you think about where 2 pi is on your circle, we're just going to evaluate this. Your cosine of 2 pi is a 1 plus your sine of 2 pi is a 0, so we're going to have a 0i, or if you have a 0i, those are just gone. So to simplify this, when you multiply your two vectors, or your two complex numbers, when you multiply those together, you end up just getting 21 times a 1, which is a 21. Interesting.